The views and opinions expressed on this program do not reflect the company, owners, management, staff, clients, or partners.
It's Friday, the 12th day of September 2025. Welcome to Bermuda's Daily Talk Show. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House, Lindos, People's Pharmacy, and a big shout out to HSBC Bermuda for ensuring that we're able to do this with you on a regular basis and pump through the radio airwaves on Hot 1075 with these most important community conversations. I'm Jamal Hartman, and Teo Dill will be bringing us a news break in a bit, brought to you by Peoples. How's everyone feeling today? It's Sherry's favorite day of the week. Yep. I'm gonna tell you something about Sherry a bit later, folks. You got to remind me to tell you about her. But I just know she better have a big gift for me. Yeah. Dr. Anthony Richardson says, "Happy birthday, Jamal, and wishing you many more. Enjoy your day." Thank you so much, Dr. Richardson. I appreciate it. Hedeline Swan says, "Happiest birthday, JH." Thank you, Sister Hedeline, and happy birthday to you tomorrow, my birthday sister. A lot of birthday. I told you it's the birthday week on the Daily Hour. All right, folks. Greetings, everyone, and thanks for making us part of your daily routine. A good one today, as it's Friday Fun Day, brought to you by our friends at Mailboxes. Don't forget, you can go to mailboxes.bm/the Daily Hour for 2 years of free membership. So go check that out. But this Friday Fun Day, we're going to be sending some positive vibes to educators and students. So, folks, with all that's going on in the world, let's send some love, some encouragement, some kind words to our educators and our students as they begin the new school year. And do us a favor. For my birthday, do us this favor. If you haven't already, subscribe on our website, thedailyhour.com. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. All right. Well, let's jump right into it. We've got Kathy Rogers says, "Happy birthday, Jamal." And thank you so much, Kathy. And I hope you heard everyone telling you happy birthday last week on your day. Suzanne Ingham says, "Super awesome Sherry Day and Fun Day, Jamal Teo." Yes, super awesome Friday indeed. Sherry Day. That's what. No. We're not calling it Sherry Day today because of my birthday. I can't share with Sherry. We've got Sonia Clark. "Happy birthday, JJ. Enjoy your day." Thank you. I appreciate the birthday wishes, folks. All right. So questions of the morning this Friday Fun Day. The new school year has started throughout the island. Started with Bermuda Institute back in early mid-August, and right down to public schools this week. Question of the morning for all students: what advice would you give to students for the new school year? What advice would you give to students for the new school year? And also, if you could say just one word to educators, what would it be? Like one word of encouragement. If you could say one thing to educators, what would it be? Thank you, Nana Pamela Wade over on Instagram says, "Happy birthday, Jamal. Hope you have a super blessed day. Love you." And thank you so much, Nana Pam. Appreciate you. What would you say to educators? What would you say to them? Charles H. Jefferson II says, "I saw this recently. Quote, maturity is showing up for work on your birthday. Not sure if that applies to the owner." I'm going to be very honest with you all. I'll be very frank. You know how you've ever heard the example, right, of a cab driver? You know, it's the cab driver joke. And the cab driver's in the car talking to somebody that is driving. And the person must ask, well, why do you like, being a cab driver? The person's like, I'm my own boss. I don't take orders from anyone. So then the person in the car says, turn left. And he turned left. He said, but I thought you didn't take orders from anyone. Point of me saying that, Charles, is anyone who owns a business still answers to someone. And so I answer to you all. I answer to the sponsors. And this is Friday Fun Day, so I had to show up. But yeah, that's it. Suzanne Ingham says, happy birthday, Jamel. And Rashida Godwin says, happy birthday, Mel. And may you enjoy many more. Thank you all. Thank you all, Stacey Ann Brown. Happy birthday, Jamel. Have an awesome day. Appreciate it. So with my birthday, let's give, for my birthday, I want us all to give some advice to students for the new school year. Unfortunately, as Dexter Smith mentioned in the comments yesterday or the day prior, we had an incident, it looked like, that was being shared of fighting at the bus terminal for students. And let's just say my advice to students is once it goes on the internet, it never goes away. That would be my advice in this moment to students. Once it goes on the internet, once it's captured by someone, it doesn't go away. And hopefully many students have long lives ahead of them. Be careful what you do, because we live in a very unforgiving world. I know many people who did stuff when they were very young, and it's come back to haunt them in some way. Some may not be able to travel as freely as they would like, may not be able to open bank accounts, or can't work their dream job because of something that they done. So my most humble advice to students would be, keep in mind that the internet is forever. Even if it's deleted, someone has captured it. Someone has captured it. As far as educators, if I could say one word to educators, what would it be? Thanks. Thanks. I remember saying years ago, there were two groups of people that I found hard to criticize publicly. And those were the police and educators. I think in a small town, those are two of the hardest jobs in a small town. Why? Because where everyone knows everyone, one, it's hard to apply the law. And while it used to be the village raising your child, the village no longer likes that. Don't tell my child what to do. So educators are up against it. So I just want to say my one word would be thanks. Thanks. Miss Ellen Kate, folks, something happened. Oh, here we go. Something happened. Miss Ellen Kate Horton says, happy birthday, Jamel. Today is a special day you share with 3 of my close family members. Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Horton. I feel special. Dr. Anthony Richardson says, embrace your educational opportunities. Ask questions. Open your mind to new things. And for educators, his one word is enjoy. Okay. Yeah, enjoy. I like that first one, ask questions. I mean, I was a child who asked a lot of questions because you all know me. I'm very vulnerable in saying this all the time. Like I don't know a lot, and I'm okay saying I don't. That's why I have to read things. That's why I ask a lot of questions. It's okay not to know things. And I think children have to be okay asking out loud. Because there will be people in that classroom who also don't know, but they're afraid to. Lose the fear of looking like the person who doesn't know. Lose the fear of it. That's what I would say. Let's go. Who else? We've got Shanna Smith says, happy birthday. Thank you, Shanna. I appreciate you, sister. Patricia Chapman, my old primary school teacher, says, Happy birthday, Jamel. Continue to do what you do. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Chapman. Sheikah Reyna says, happy birthday, Jamel. Thank you so much, Sheikah. And Emily Gildill, happy birthday, Jamel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Angeline Butler has some advice. She says, grasp all of the educational growth opportunities that your school offers. And to our educators, I appreciate your time and patience as you shape our future. Happy birthday, Mel. Have an awesome year. Thank you. Thank you for your contribution. And thank you for the wishes, Angeline. Suzanne Ingham says, to the students, learn all you can. It depends on your future. To the educators, breathe. I like that. I like that. You got this. Yeah, one of my first cousins, he's an educator, and everyone's much taller than me. Probably a bit more intimidating. But I remember when I heard he was teaching, I just said, man, I'm blasphemous. Because you all know that two members of the Daily Hour team, both Larry and Phil, were both in the classroom, educators, and these are men, right? And I've heard their experiences, and they weren't all bad, but it's just a matter of, I think educators need support. I know the students need support. The students are there to learn, and their results usually reflect on the educator, but there has to be some accountability on the parents and the students themselves, regardless of age. That's where we start teaching accountability. So again, my words earlier, audience, to educators was simply thanks, and also to the students. When it gets on the internet, it's there forever. You don't want to get caught in these brawls in bus terminal or in school. Honor the rules of your school. Just focus. If I could go back, I'm very honest with you. I was talking to someone, I don't know who I was talking to the other day about GPAs. And they were telling me that if they got a certain GPA, their job gave them something. Said I think it was 3.0 or something. Just like, or was it 2.5? I wouldn't know because I always never had lower than 3.0. Man, I didn't get higher than 3.0 my entire stay until graduate school. I'm not afraid to say that. I was not an academic, but I knew I always wanted more in life than most people thought I was capable of. And that's what kept me pushing. I never liked school. If it were up to me, I would not have attended school. But I'm glad that I had a family who made sure I stayed in school and made sure that I at least got what I needed so that I can be where I am today. So I think it's important for people to realize that children are children and they need the guidance, they need the leadership, they need the love for them to understand, to Suzanne's comment, that your future depends on what you do today, right? And while I didn't do as great, at least my family kept me focused enough or in a place where I can end up getting better and succeed and be whatever it is I want it to be. I'm still not what I want to be. I didn't win that lottery last week. So, but you can't teach that in school. Well, statistics, maybe, if I would have. You get my point. Nicole Walker says, happy birthday, Jay. Thank you, cousin. Thank you for that. And yes, Shanna, September babies are the best. Team Virgo. We are. Shanette Bell says, happy birthday, Jamal. Enjoy a special day. Thank you very much. And Denise Holland says, happy birthday, Jamal. Thank you, Denise. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Stacey Ann Brown says, for the kids, don't be in a hurry to grow up. Make use of your youthful years. Yes. Take your time. Take your time, because it's a world out here and it's not easy. It's really not easy. And I don't say that to scare anyone, but anyone who's tuning into this show, I don't know about you, but some of the best years of my life were spent in school. And you would never think that, right? You would never even think that looking back. You're like, you just can't wait to be in charge or do what you want to do, not have to take orders. But let's be honest, audience, that comment there, yeah, don't be in a hurry to grow up. Make use of your youthful years. I concur. To the educators, says Stacey Ann Brown, it may be hard, but it's worth it, and we appreciate you. Absolutely. Gratitude to the educators. James Burgess says, did you see my comments? No, James. I don't think we LinkedIn comments have been showing up on our feed. So apologize for whatever we may have missed, James Burgess. Dot Wilson says, happy birthday. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Manuela John says, to the students, respect the opportunities you have to be able to receive the lessons prepared for you. I like that. I like that. Learning does not end in school. As I said yesterday, folks, it does. It really doesn't. Teachers, thank you for sharing of yourself. Absolutely. Folks, this is your daily discussion brought to you by our friends at Titan Express and Secure. And also, it's Friday Fun Day. Friday Fun Day. And if Friday Fun Day is brought to you by Mailboxes. So if you want 2 years of free membership, just go to mailboxes.bms/the daily hour. That is not my gift to you, but our gift to you. So thanks again to Titan, Secure, and Mailboxes. But again, audience, let's keep it going. What advice? It's Friday Fun Day. What advice would you give to students for the new school year? And if you could say just one word to educators, what would it be? What would it be? If you can say one thing to educators, like one, even if it's just one word, what would it be? Again, my advice to students earlier was, at the end of the day, once it's on the internet, it's there forever. My word to the educators, thanks. Thanks. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy. I say this with love in my heart. I've heard people say that educators get all this time off. They have it better or easier than those who only get, a few weeks off a year. Having been a student, and not a very good one at times, educators probably don't get enough time off. But I don't think I could be wrong, but I don't think I've met an educator who is just in it because they got a lot of time off. I haven't met one. I'm not saying that there are not people who do that, but I have not met one yet. But if there are, I would hope that they at least like something about the job and the students that they're responsible for teaching. So again, audience, what advice would you give to students for the new school year? Again, schools are back in, all schools now, starting with BI in mid-August, right up to the public schools this week. They are all in. What advice would you give to students? And also, if you could say just one word, send one word of encouragement to our educators, what would it be? Talia Iris says, happy birthday, Jamal. Thank you to you, Talia. Suzanne Ingham says, not everyone is academic. We need plumbers, carpenters, masons, electricians, road pavers, chefs, bakers, bus and truck drivers, news reporters like Jamal Teo, talk show hosts like Jamal. I appreciate that comment. And I think that's important to remember, Suzanne. Not everyone is going to be, a lawyer or an actuary or an accountant. And not everyone has to be, because we don't need just lawyers and actuaries and accountants. We don't need just doctors and nurses. We need a lot of different things to function as a proper society. So thank you for that. All right, we've got Kenton Trott says to educators, you are appreciated and you are vital to our community. Stay encouraged. Says to students, please use the internet and social media safely. Listen to educators and staff and respect one another. Simply enough. Folks, we've got to bring Teo Dillon for the Daily Hour news break. And after that, we'll continue the conversation. You know what, audience? Let me ask you something. Since it's my birthday, can I give you a joke today? Can I give you a joke? Let me know if I can give you a joke. A joke of the we haven't done a joke of the day in a while. Do you all want a joke? Let me know. Let's pay some respects to Secure and Titan. and then we'll bring Teo in for the Daily Hour news break.
The Daily Discussion is brought to you by Titan Express and Secure. Visit TitanEXBDA.com, your leading tour and transport provider specializing in Black History tours throughout the island. And SecureBDA.com for all your property management, waste management, residential, and commercial trucking needs. Professional, punctual, and reliable service is our commitment to you.
All righty. Let's bring Teo Dillon for Daily Hour news break. Let's ask Teo if I can give a joke as well.
Morning, fam. I am Teo Dill, and welcome to your TDH News Break, brought to you by the great folks Peoples, who carry the best selection for Black hair in Bermuda. I promise I know this to be true because I'm married to a Black woman and the father to a couple of Black girls, and they all use products carried by Peoples basically every day. So shout out to Peoples. Right? They know what to do. Happy birthday. Well, that's the other thing. They also have hair care products for men, which neither Jay or I in our advanced age have much use for. You know, like we could use it for about 40% of our heads. You know,
we have to ask them, do they have anything to keep it shiny at least up top or something?
Yeah. No, got the wax. I'm seeing the wax.
Got the wax.
Oh, yeah.
Got the wax. I got the wax.
So happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Tay. I woke up to many messages. I know they meant good things as well as the people, but you know, these aches and pains just remind you of certain things, you know.
Hey, it's different, bro.
Yeah, I just had I didn't want to put I got a new shoulder thing yesterday for my sore shoulder. I can't lift weights like I used to. Like I honestly can't. I'm being dead serious.
Respect it, bro. Like, yeah. I'm telling you, I don't know if you see there's a particular subgenre of videos on TikTok and Instagram that I'm ashamed of how much I enjoy it. It's like guys our age, you know, like early 40s, who used to do pretty well in school when it came to athletics and stuff, not exercising meaningfully at all for like 20 years. And then somebody challenges them to a race and they just fall down like in the first 4 or 5 steps, holding their ankles or their knees. Just, oh God, Jesus, Sammy. Like, I don't know what it is about guys, bro, but we just don't accept that we're no longer the person we were.
I've accepted it, Tay, man. I've accepted it. I'm good. I'm good. Folks, I tell you, I haven't done it this morning, but you know, I do usually ice my hips during the show, which you won't be able to see. But the shoulder's coming in. No, I just think every year you're reminded you ain't no spring chicken.
Yeah, man.
Hey, can I call a birthday for my birthday?
Well, here's the thing. I actually had a joke for you for your birthday.
Oh, okay. You gonna do the news first or give me a joke?
I figured let's do this first and then we'll do that then.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Cool. That works for me. Taylor's got a joke.
Right. So for the past couple of days, we've all been talking about the Ministry of Education cell phone ban for public school students, and Maya's been doing marvelous work to contextualize the potential impact of the policy. So I figured I'd spend some time digging into the available research on the subject of cell phone use, excessive cell phone use for young people, and it's all pretty grim. For everybody, but especially for the kids, because excessive smartphone use through study has been connected directly with a higher likelihood of depression and anxiety. And as you recall, here in Bermuda, the most up-to-date data indicates that just under a third of our young people are dealing with those mental health issues. Also, excessive cell phone use, especially at night, can cause insomnia and sleep problems, the kind of thing that can trigger a range of other issues like poor performance in school. In fact, excessive smartphone or similar device use has been connected with elevated stress, increased symptoms of OCD, ADHD. Many young people report that they socialize more only online, not in person, which degrades the quality and depth of their interpersonal relationships. So yeah, it's bad, right? Excessive cell phone use can also, and I hadn't really thought about this, it can just break one of the essential human characteristics required to improve and learn and grow. It really is as serious as it's.
As delay discounting, people who use their phones more are more likely to think that the value of a reward goes down the longer you have to wait for it. The pursuit of constant pleasure can lead to anhedonia, the inability to feel pleasure of any kind. A study from 2 years ago found that young people who spend 7 hours or more a day interacting with their screens are twice as likely to be diagnosed with depression or anxiety than those who use use screens more moderately. A 2018 study found that students who trimmed their use of social media to 30 minutes a day had significant improvements in well-being. Cell phone use is positively associated with anxiety and results in negative association with willingness to engage in face-to-face communication. Teens who spend 5 hours daily on their mobile devices are 71% more likely to develop risk factors for suicide compared to those who only use their devices for an hour.
You know what I love about that? You all know I challenge data a lot, but you can really tell, even without data, that this is true. You can see how children live. Like, I know people who don't allow their children to do certain things, and you can see the difference between their children and children who are allowed to do certain things. Like, I have a close friend who just told me over the last few years, he's in his 40s, oh, I didn't grow up with a TV. And you can actually tell in the way he moves and raises his children. Like, you can just, so I say all that to say that the evidence is there. So to everyone who was so vehemently against this and passionate in their point or perspective, like, do we not understand how it could help the child? Or is it about feelings and making them happy and being their friend? I don't get it.
No, you're absolutely right. And I as a parent myself, try very hard not to be judgmental of other parents who use phones and screens and tablets to more than I would with my kids, because the reason they're doing it is because it works so well.
Correct.
Like, you hand it to them at basically any age, they will sit in one place, they will be safe. They're not going to hurt themselves, so you can get along with all the other things that you need to do to take care of them, like work, like clean, like cook, like so it's there's a reason why people take this route, like giving their kids these devices, but the evidence is, it's just clear, like excessive use of these devices will harm kids straight up and down.
Indeed.
So that was pretty depressing and scary.
Yeah.
Here is something that should hit in the exact opposite way. Now, Maya told you about local environmental activist Noel Young speaking at the UN on Bermuda's climate protection efforts a couple weeks ago. Well, the documentary about the relationship with the ocean, Bermuda's relationship with the ocean, that Ms. Young put together in collaboration with Greenpeace, it's on YouTube now, and it's definitely worth a watch. Here's an excerpt of it. I hope you dig it.
To become a climate justice delegate due to my lineage and heritage. My family has been on this island for centuries. So I really felt that it was important that Bermuda had representation. We can speak to people all the time about how the ocean feels. You know, we can tell them what we see. We can talk about the wonderful oceanic animals and the environment, what it feels like when you hold sargassum in your hand. So it's really important that people that have those experiences have a seat at the table, not sometimes, every time.
You can find that. I want to push people to the YouTube channel. It's on Greenpeace UK's YouTube channel. And that video is wonderful video. It's only about 10 minutes long. It's currently at only 1.3 thousand views. I hope you check it out. I'm pretty sure the TDH fam can push those numbers over 2K by this time next week. It's really worth it. It features our people, super broad, diverse cast featured in the video, and it's beautiful. It's just beautiful.
Thank you for sharing that. I am grateful for people like her because it's not something I grew up understanding or caring about. Like, it wasn't in my face. But this is what I mean about like lifelong learning. It's like these are the things that you learn over time, how important they are to you, and you kind of start to move differently, right? It's like when the young folks from Bermuda's Love came on. And I didn't know about fashion because I don't shop like that. I don't know about Shein or Shine. I didn't know about Fashion Nova. But when they came on and spoke about the impact it has on the environment, I was like, okay, it's my job to continue to spread that word. Hey, folks, leave fast fashion alone because this is what it does to the environment. This is how it impacts us. So I appreciate Ms. Young, because I honestly, me and the ocean don't really get along. I don't really mess with it. But so I'm doing my part right there. But then I thought, but you go fishing, you know, you like fishing, you like, you know, and that contributes to the impact on the ocean. So thank you.
Well, it can, right? Like, to be honest with you, individual humans throwing a line overboard and catching a fish, that's probably the environmentally optimal way to do it.
Yeah,
right. It's the industrial fishing that's the real problem. So,
correct.
so don't stop fishing, bro. Like it's good, it's healthy, and I'm glad that you do
Hey,
it.
look, Tay, I don't know if Peter's tuned in, so I'm gonna try to sound a bit cool. They come after me. I'm,
Man, don't worry about them people. They're crazy. Now, we are one day. This feels weird laughing here, but we're one day after the 24th anniversary of the 9/11 tragedy, and at least one website on the entire internet chose to pedestal Bermuda's heart and efforts to help folks in the immediate aftermath of the attacks. The site is called openjaw.com, and it's built for global tourism professionals. And on it, there's an article written by Martha Chapman, published yesterday, which it was titled "Recalling a Time of Unfolding Horror as Planes Kept Coming to Bermuda on September 11th." The piece details how Bermuda was a refuge for air travelers after flights across the world could not obviously land safely in the U.S. I don't know if you remember this, but 18 aircraft landed here on 9/11, all full of frightened passengers. And within hours, the Bermuda Hotel Association was able to make sure that all 600 of them had a safe, comfortable place to sleep. And before the end of the week, we, as a country, donated 50 grand to the Red Cross, and a group of local charities raised $500,000 for their New York counterparts. So it's a really nice piece. And if anybody recognizes some of the people in the pictures, maybe go to openjaw.com and send Miss Chapman an email. I'm pretty sure she'd dig it. But do you remember that? I mean, do you remember? Were you in Bermuda on 9/11?
No, interesting story. First off, I sincerely apologize to everyone in the audience for not mentioning it yesterday. That was really an oversight, especially as we lost 2 Bermudians in the tragedy. So please accept my most humble apologies for that. In saying that, it was probably one of the most interestingly scary times in my life, because that was when I first left Bermuda in August 2001. And my mama and nana and sister had just left me in the U.S. Now here I am, never lived outside of Bermuda, never been outside away from my family. And that happened. And the world changed forever after that. Like it was like me personally being in the U.S. and, it was an interesting time. Like, okay, what am I now? Having a teacher, an educator, a professor at the time who was Muslim, who didn't shut up about it and tried to blame other groups. It was one of those things where I didn't even understand or comprehend how this would shape how we lived. So very tragic. And I cannot believe it's been 24 years already.
Yeah, no, the 25th anniversary is next year. And I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they're going to have like all kinds of things planned. But maybe that's something to talk about with the audience in the future. Like, what should we do in order to commemorate that moment?
I want to say this as well to you real quickly. Regardless of how you feel about the U.S., right, and your politics, for me, it was the lives lost. These were people who were going to work, right? They probably had no political affiliation. They just went to work for a living. And, their families, they lost them, right? So this, to me, it was bigger than politics. This is bigger than politics. This is about tragedy and people losing lives and their families no longer, not even being able to identify them and have a proper home going for them, So I just want people to keep in perspective what happened on that date.
Yeah, it's one of those things that. Anyway, as far as the weather's concerned, things shouldn't change all that much between now and the end of the week. That is the start of next week, I should say. That is, we're going to continue to get these short, sharp, hard bursts of rain, bookended by clear, sunny skies. This is all due to a basically stationary front that's just planted its feet covering the southwest through north of our airspace. It's just not moving. So that's why the conditions have not moved either over the past 5 days or so. So this should also bring a chance for some more thunder, while the air temps thankfully remain around average. So it could be worse, I guess.
All right, Tay, you let me do the days of the year, and then you could get the joke. All right. Okay. So days of the year, real quickly, folks. It's gym day. It's gym day. And I'm going to ask you, what is your favorite machine to use in the gym? What's your favorite machine to use in the gym? Taylor, do you have a favorite machine?
The water cooler.
You're an idiot.
I'm not. I don't want to lie to you, bro. I'm just saying.
You say the elliptical, which is easy, right?
Nope.
You know what my favorite is? And this, I have one in my apartment, but I can't use it. But my gym we have a boxing thing, so I like doing the kickboxing on that. That's my favorite because it doesn't require stress on my muscles. But it's gym day. It's celebrate gym day. Let us know what's your favorite machine. Tay, what you got for us? You got a joke?
All right. So old lady goes to a pet store to buy a parrot, talking parrot, because she feels lonely. She's all by herself. Okay. Everything's fine till she brings the parrot home. And the second they enter the building, the parrot starts to cuss uncontrollably. Just cuss out. Blip, this, blap, that, blap, you stinking blap, blip, blip, blop, blap, blap, blip. Finally, the lady can't take it anymore. She grabs the bird, shoves it in the freezer, closes the door shut, and the bird's in there still cussing. Blip, 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 you blip, and blap, blap, blip, blap, blap, let me out of blap, blap. And then dead silence. It all stops. She can't hear a thing. She's terrified. She's scared that she's harmed the bird. Maybe the bird died. So she quickly opens the freezer. The parrot walks out calmly, steps gently onto the woman's outstretched hand, looks deeply into the lady's eyes and says, "Ma'am, I'm truly sorry if my language offended you. And it will not ever happen again. I guarantee you that." Now, if I may ask, what did the chicken do? Because the frozen chicken, he's on a frozen chicken. He's scared. He thought the lady was going to.
Got it. The parrot thought he was going to end up. You had me. You had me. Okay, folks. Yeah. That was actually good. See the parrot said, oh no, I'm gonna end up like that.
Right. Let me calm. Let me chill. Let me
take it easy. Let me take it easy. Man, that's animal abuse. Who's that person? I'm telling. That's a good one.
Happy birthday, man. I'm glad that gave you a laugh.
Thank you, brother. Tay, you know what? After the show, I'm going to have a spa day. I don't even know what reflexology is, but I signed up for that. Signed up for massage, signed up for facial, and then a half hour's bath soak. So that's what I'm gonna be doing today, man. So
you deserve it, man. You have earned a little pampering, I would say.
Hopefully my joints feel better after it.
They will. Don't worry about it. All right, take care, old man. Appreciate you.
All right. Tay O'Dill, folks, we're going to take our first break. I'll come back. We're going to get to the conversation, and I'll see what you said about your favorite thing to do in the gym. But don't go anywhere. In the meantime, whatever platform you're on for my birthday, make sure you give us a like, love, follow, share the link with your friends, family, and colleagues, and we'll be back in a few.
People's ACW, located at King Edward VII Memorial Hospital, carries over-the-counter medicines, toys, cards, and even toiletries. Our knowledgeable staff are there whether you're at emergency, visiting family, or a member of BHB staff, to show you our best even when you're feeling your worst. People's ACW, we're here for you.
Ready to take your financial game to the next level? HSBC is here to help you power up your financial fitness. Your strategy should be sharp and ready for anything, because luck won't get you to the top. Whether securing your future, growing wealth, or planning for life's next serve, HSBC's experts are here for you. From budgeting to investing, let's craft a plan as unique as your goals. Plus, get free financial planning consultations to stay on track. Learn more at hsbc.bm/financial planning. HSBC Bank Bermuda is licensed to conduct banking and investment business by the Bermuda Monetary Authority.
Take a look at our workforce for construction workers and tradesmen. Durable, stretchable in all the right places, and plenty of options for tools and accessories. Paired with our wide range of tough and comfortable footwear, you can't go wrong. As you can see, Medical House really is a one-stop shop for everybody. We can't wait to see you.
See it all at our new expanded location on Bakery Lane.
Discover Drop It, your go-to grocery delivery. Browse and select from a wide range of groceries, from fresh produce to daily essentials. Our friendly drivers deliver fresh groceries to your door fast, saving you time and hassle. With Drop It, you get fresh groceries delivered fast, so you can focus on what really matters. Drop It, freshness at your doorstep, delivered to your door with Lindo's. Why go anyplace else?
Get ready for the cool Bermuda nights ahead. A CI-AC mini split AC unit from BAC Group is the perfect solution, keeping you warm this winter and cool all summer long. While supplies last, you can get a unit starting at just $913.50. Plus, receive an extra 10% off when you pay with cash or credit card at the counter. BAC Group, comfort for every season.
SCARS stands for Saving Children and Revealing Secrets, and we are a Bermuda nonprofit organization whose mission is to reduce the risk of child sexual abuse and to be an advocate and a voice for children who've been sexually molested, as well as their affected family. New media like the Daily Hour is really important in partnering with organizations like SCARS. It's another platform for us for awareness. There can be no radio silence as it relates to child sexual abuse, and we need as many initiatives as we can get. We need to keep this message alive. In terms of us and the work that we do, live engagement is good because it allows the audience to ask questions, to make comments, even to provide us with encouragement and support. What I love about the live engagement when SCARS is being interviewed by Jamel is just this feeling of safety, this feeling that he gets it. He cares about children. It's a connection.
Welcome back to the big show. Jamel Hartman here. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House, Lindo's, People's Pharmacy, and a big shout out to HSBC Bermuda for ensuring that we can pump through the radio airwaves on Hot 107.5 with these most important community conversations. Folks, please do us a favor. Don't forget to subscribe on our website, thedailyhour.com. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. All right, let's get back to it. It's Friday Fun Day, brought to you by our friends at Mailboxes. Don't forget, you can get 2 years of free membership. Just go to mailboxes.bm/the Daily Hour. So, folks, we were asking you, what advice would you give to students for the new school year? And if you could say just one word to educators, what would it be? I said the advice I would give students is that whatever goes on the internet is there forever. People can delete it, but it's still there forever. You never know who's taking it away and how it can be used against you in the future. And to the teachers, my one word to the educators is thanks. Let's go back to the audience, and there were quite a few that came through earlier. We had Manuela John says, even if teachers do not get into the profession for the time off, they would not be able to function without that break. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. We've got we've got so many comments, folks. I'm trying. We've got Nikki Horan says to students, trust the process. Absolutely. Absolutely. Formal education is a process. We've got Polly Rich says to students, don't be afraid to ask questions and read at least 30 minutes every day other than in school. So 30 minutes of reading outside of your school reading is what Polly Rich is saying. And to teachers, be patient. We appreciate all that you are doing. Be patient. We've got the rude Sherry Vanderpool saying, happy birthday, wannabe tall guy, Jamel. Didn't I tell you all I was going to share a story about Sherry a little bit later? Well, anyway, you're all invited. You're all invited. I'm having a birthday gathering, not a party, but you're all invited. All right. The reason I'm inviting you today is because I know you can't make it. So I'm joking. But I'm allowing Sherry in my presence, physical presence. So hopefully I am in one piece when I return next week. You see what she says to me on the show, folks. But thank you, Sister Sherry. Always appreciate you. Shamari Sky says, happy Earth Strong, Jamel. Thank you for that. Who else? What do we have? We got some advice for the students and educators. Oh, we did ask. It's gym day. We did ask you your favorite thing to do at the gym. And Suzanne Ingham said, bike. I can pedal my speed. Nicole Walker says, leg press. Pectoral fly. I actually loved that. And then my joints got older. I'm Dr. Anthony Richardson. Dawn Farbit says, leg extender and treadmill. Okay. All right. Nicole Walker's asking, what kind of reflexology? I always feel amazing after foot reflexology, especially. I don't know. I just signed up. I didn't even know. I will be real with you. I've never done reflexology. So I'll have to tell you about my experience next week. I'll tell you all about my experience next week. But hopefully it's good. Thank you to Myrna E. Otterbridge, says, happy birthday, Jamel. Have a great spa day. Thank you. I appreciate that. Chris Limbogle-Meisner says, happy birthday, Sir Jamel. Have an amazing one. Thank you so much to our Nurse of the Year. We appreciate you. What advice would you give to students for the new school year and audience? If you could say just one word to educators, what would it be? We've got Mark Arthur C. Phillips says, I know getting an education has its challenges, but if you work hard and stick to it, you will put yourself on a path to much success. Okay, that's to the students. And Mark Arthur C. Phillips also says, students, I just know to receive continued success in life, you must become a lifelong learner. The world is ever changing and evolving. You must continue to be eager to learn. Absolutely. Chad Wilson says, teachers, thank you for showing up with courage and care. And to students, believe in yourself. Absolutely. Kristen Bogle-Meisner says, advice to students, enjoy your childhood and stay focused. To teachers, patience and thank you. Absolutely, absolutely. Rashida Godwin says, for students, oh, here we go. Put the phones down and challenge yourself to learn something new. Yeah. 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 Indeed. Sherry says her favorite thing to do at the gym is the water cooler. Well, Sherry goes to the gym every month. That's why she don't show up to work anymore, because she's at the gym, folks. True story. Yeah. Don't believe it, Teo. That's not her favorite thing. She loved working out. She's always at the gym. She is. See, I just came from the gym and nothing was my favorite. What is that? All right, Sherry. Kristen Bogle-Meisner says dumbbells. All right, she likes the dumbbells. We've got Rosalind Famous says, happy birthday, Jamal. Greetings from New Orleans. Is it New Orleans or New Orleans? That's always the one. I'll have a mocktail for you. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Have a mocktail. You know what, folks? I actually got carded the other day. Remember when I first started, I'm not drinking, and I used to get like non-alcoholic beer. I don't drink non-alcoholic beer anymore, but I used to get carded for it, right? Because for whatever reason, they carded me for it. Well, I haven't been carded in a while, but I'll have some people buy for my birthday, and it's not about me. So I went to get like 3 bottles of champagne, and I got carded, and it was my first time getting carded, like in probably 2 years. And I'm just like, I'm an old man now. Like, can't you see? Like, but I guess it's a compliment to get carded after a certain age. I don't know. We've got some more advice. Sherry Vanderpool says, to students, stay focused and push through the process even when it's difficult. Yes, stay focused, but keep pushing. It's not easy, especially that algebra and stuff, man. I still don't understand some of that. Lavette Pemberton says, happy birthday. Thank you, Miss Lavette Pemberton, for that. Sherry Vanderpool says, to teachers, thank you for all you do. Also, manage the students where they are individually, if possible. Yeah, if you're able. Students like me needed that one-on-one. Shonette Bell says, students, not everything has to be posted on social media. Teachers, thank you. That's where my head's at. And again, the video that Dexter Smith referenced about a fight at Bus Terminal. Not only does everything not have to be posted on social media, you don't have to video record or take pictures of everything. You don't have to. Seriously. SC Skincare says, students, don't be afraid to ask questions. No question is a dumb question. Be authentic and don't change just to fit in. Be yourself. I don't look at myself as a person that anyone should follow, but that's one thing. I remember when I was leaving primary school, and I got an award at the prize giving ceremony, and it definitely was not for my grades, but it was a self-esteem award. And I didn't even really know what self-esteem was back then. But I was always the shortest. I was always the darkest. So, but you couldn't tell me anything, right? When I say you couldn't tell me anything, maybe I had the syndrome that like our dog Bella has, like the Napoleon syndrome. Maybe I had that, right? Being the smallest. But I had a self-belief. I believed in myself. And I appreciate what Essie Skinser said regarding, don't be afraid to ask anything and don't try to fit in. I never tried to fit in. I mean, mind you, I would have got lost because everyone was so much taller than me. But my point is, I never tried to fit in. I was so comfortable in who I was. And I think a lot of that came from the family that I came from. That came from the clubs, like being a part of North Village. And like there was a certain belief that you had in yourself. And so it wasn't an arrogance. It was just, no, I'm not that crazy or dumb or stupid person, But I appreciate that piece of advice. Levat Pemberton says, many thanks to all teachers. Absolutely. We've got that. Wilson says, the door to leave. What's that in reference to? Charles H. Jefferson II says, they card everyone, Jamel. You look your age. Oh, so it's not a compliment, Charles? I thought it was a compliment. You would try to crush my day. Folks, we're going to take our final break. Keep them coming. We'll take our final break. And I've got a daily play. And so for my birthday, I want to give away something today. All right? We're going to give away 2 things. And since you all are saying happy birthday, right? Let's just make the hashtag happy birthday. Not to me, but just happy birthday. We're going to do hashtag happy birthday today. And I'll give away 2 things. So 2 people will have the opportunity to win something today. All right. Let's do it. And you can start doing this. Just put in the comments, whatever social media platform you are on, hashtag happy birthday. And we will be back after this short break and we'll start to give a little something out. And I'll tell you what it is once you win. All right. You're entering something blindly, folks. You don't even know what you're winning. But stick with us. We'll be back after this.
Join 14,000 SCAR certified members in Bermuda, and you can help reduce the risk of childhood sexual abuse. Become an advocate and a voice for our children. Get trained, get certified. We offer community and private sessions. Visit scarsbermuda.com to register for training. You'll also find valuable information and resources on our website. Visit scarsbermuda.com. Get certified today. SCARS, saving children and revealing secrets.
Did you know 3 out of 4 people say that they have a good understanding of life insurance? But do they really? When asked how much the yearly cost would be for a 20-year, $250,000 level term life insurance policy for a healthy 30-year-old, 80% overestimated the cost by 5 times the amount. Ready for this? The true cost for that policy is about $220 a year. That's as little as 66 cents a day, or $20 a month. So let's put this into perspective. Compared to other monthly costs, isn't getting life insurance a no-brainer? If you can trim back on some of these expenses just a little bit, it will allow you to dedicate savings toward an affordable life insurance policy. Contact one of our life insurance agents today to find the right policy for you.
Dreaming of expanding your business? With BDC's Loan Guarantee Program, we support your ambitions. Get up to 75% guarantee on bank or credit union loans up to $300,000. Just your vision and our support. Apply today and unlock new business opportunities. BDC, Bermuda business starts here.
Being from this little island, like yourself, we knew you needed access to reliable shipping. We set up mailboxes so you can skip all the long waits or held up in customs excuses.
With mailboxes, that won't happen. Get your packages in under 48 hours using our dashboard.
Plus, if you're a planner or headerer, our weekly consolidation service might be for you. We hold your packages in Delaware and ship them together to save you big time on shipping fees.
And with our warehouse being in Delaware, that means 0% sales tax. Pretty cool. Right, guys?
Looking for the best care for your pets? Nova's Ark Feed and Supply has everything you need, from top quality foods to toys and supplies. We've got it all. Join our frequent buyer program and earn rewards every time you shop. Plus, we've been awarded the Clever Customer Initiative program for helping you save more. And don't forget, we open an hour early on Saturdays so you can get a head start on your pet care. Visit us today or shop online for easy pickup or delivery. Your pets will thank you.
Alrighty, welcome back to the big show. Thanks again to the BAC group of companies, Medical House, Lindo's, People's Pharmacy, and a big shout out to HSBC Bermuda for ensuring that we're able to pump through the radio airwaves with these most important community conversations. Folks, it is time for the Daily Play, brought to you by Bermuda Trivia, now available at stores throughout Bermuda. Follow Bermuda Trivia on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter X, and TikTok to find out why it's Bermuda's favorite trivia game. And folks, if you didn't see on Bermuda Trivia, Instagram, and Facebook, there's a chance for you to win something. Go over to Bermuda Trivia, Instagram, and Facebook. Some of you have done it, but follow the instructions. I will give you a hint. There's some big things going on with Bermuda Trivia. And if you guess what's happening, then you'll get a little prize or something. So go over, follow them on Instagram and Facebook, and check out what's going on over with Bermuda Trivia. I can't say it. I'll get in trouble if I tell you, but it's a lot that will be coming out this year. Not one, but not two, but a lot. All right, so let's get to the trivia question before we do the winner's circle. All right. I'm afraid to say I have to think of this answer. I don't know the answer yet, so I have to look at it quickly if someone gets it. I know the answer. I know it. Okay, here's the Daily Play. What does the acronym UFO stand for? I know. Stacey Ann Brown at the buzzer. She meant object, yes. And Shawnette Bell said unidentified flying object as well. Sheldon Fox got it. NTS got it. Manuela John, Suzanne, I knew you would get it. Always acting like you don't know anything. SC Skincare got it. Mark Arthur Phillips got it. Dr. Anthony Richardson got it. Chris Lynn Vogel-Meinsner got it. I thought I didn't know it at first. I'm like, I know this. As much Unsolved Mysteries as I used to watch, I know this. All right, folks. Let's do the winner's circle. Let's play the game. All right, let's see who's it going to be. It's weird. So it didn't seem to capture every hashtag, and I don't know why. So forgive me, folks. All right, but let's do this. All right. Who's going to win the first? Mark Arthur C. Phillips, congratulations to you. Congratulations to Mark. Mark is the first winner, and we're going to do it again. So, Mark, you are going to get a $25 gift voucher to Lindo's. All right? That's what we're going to give you, $25 to Lindo's. Congratulations to you, Mark. Please send an email. You can send it directly to me at Jamel@BermudaCommunications.com. You can CC the Daily Hour, engage@thedailyhour.com. All right, let's do it again, folks. We're not done. First winner, Mark Arthur C. Phillips. All right, here's it gonna be. Drum roll. I'm rooting for everyone. I don't have any favorites. Chrislyn Vogel-Meinsner, you got $25 to People's Pharmacy. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to everybody for participating. All right, we've got to go. And this is the part where I usually give you some daily inspiration. But today, I'll just say this much, as it's my birthday, and I really, really, truly, truly, really cannot thank you all enough for your support and your well wishes and your kind words. But I honestly just want to give thanks to all of you who continue. My birthday gift is you all supporting what we do. It was not intentional for the parent company, Bermuda Communications Group, to be born 2 days before my birthday. We left that in the lawyer's hands, but I am grateful because without you all, I just would not be able to do this full time and engage with you and learn with you and grow with you. So I'm grateful to my family and friends. My family, they allow me to create a studio space when I'm in Bermuda, and are very supportive and helping store what we have as far as the entire company. And for all of you who support all of what we do, whether it's Bermuda Trivia and the Daily Hour Store Tunes, that my gift is the support that you continue to give. So I'm filled with a lot of gratitude to those still here, and obviously those who passed on, who really created a space for us to do this and succeed at doing it. So I just hope that I'm able to do this for many more years and continue to get better doing it in their honor and in your favor. So on that note, I have to run because I have a full spa day. And I'm going to tell you, men, it's okay to have a spa day. Trust me, our bodies need relaxation as well. We need some time off. We need body rubs. We need to feel okay. So I wish you all, thank you to Laverne Tucker, says, wish you a blessed Bermuda-ful birthday, as well as Manuel John. Have a fantastic birthday weekend. And Kathy Rogers, have a great day, Jamel, and an even better weekend. Happy weekend, everyone. And yes, folks, please don't forget to subscribe on our website. Let that be a birthday gift as well. Subscribe on thedailyhour.com. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. Thanks again to our partners, the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House, Lindo's, People's Pharmacy, and a big shout out to HSBC Bermuda for ensuring that we can pump through the radio airwaves with these most important community conversations. As always, we appreciate you, we love you, and we thank you for making us part of your daily routine. If all goes well, we'll be back to do this again with you on Tuesday. All right? I'm Jamal Hartman. Please do make it a safe and a great weekend. We are is out. Peace.